That is very blurry. Oh my goodness. We're just going to deal with it. I'm not putting a light on. I'm not putting a big light on. Oh, apparently there's 4 people here. Hello. Are we all panicking? We're all just stressing about finishing books, even though it doesn't really matter. I have rats fighting in the background. Just going to deal with it. It's fine. What was I? I was in the middle of doing something and I realized it was past. Oh, hello. Celine's here, or Sheilene's here. Frieda's here. Hello. Celine. Oh, I'm doing it. I'm saying Celine. Oh, we're not having this conversation again. We spent too much of Ali's sprints the other day discussing how to pronounce names. It was a whole thing. Oh. The thing is, February's the shortest month, and I seem to think I'm going to read like 13 books. I had to force myself to not talk about my teens TBR, because it's not finalized. Like, I don't have everything. I don't think I have. Oh no, I do have a book with claws on the cover. I don't know if I have hit every prompt I need for teen, but one of my books depends on if I get approved on NetGalley for it, so I might have to find something else. But I was like, I'm not talking about like 13 books. I'm not going to read 13 books, but I still haven't finished my 2 toddler. I'm getting so confused. It's my favorite thing. I think I'm never letting you live down, Sheilene. Was my favorite. Yeah, no, we don't need to go into French. We don't need to annoy Celine with non-French people pronouncing French. 270 more pages and Hollowpox and 4 hours of red, white, and royal blue left. Nice. I can't remember whereabout you are, but it's 7:30 here. So 8:30, 9:30, 10:30. I've got 5. I've got 5. No, I've got 4.5 hours. And I worked out that I think I have 5 hours left of reading. I've got about 100 and like it's like 110 pages of this left. And I say I read about a page a minute, but it can vary. So that's say an hour and a half if I'm lucky. And then I'm reading Ophelia after all on my Kindle, and it says I've got, I think it's like 3 hours 50 minutes. I don't know, my Kindle takes forever to start. 3 hours 45 minutes. So, but technically, if I stay awake until like 2 or 3 in the morning, which I usually do because my brain does not allow, like, it's not even my brain, just, well, it is my brain, but I just don't sleep even when I want to. So as long as I finish it before I go to sleep, then it still counts for January in my head. So it's fine. I've got the time. I can do it. Celine's excited about Hollowpox. Hello. Enjoy myself too much. Yeah. That's not a bad thing. I'd rather read slow and enjoy it than read fast because I hate it. Have I read? Do I even know what this? I do know what Hollowpox is, but my brain is not. Morrigan Crow, Nevermore. I've read the first one. Haven't read the rest of them. I don't think I own the rest of them. Oh, apparently I own Wondersmith. Didn't know I did, but okay. Coming out soon, October or November. Nice. On that front, what is everyone else reading? Apart from, because I think only Frieda's said. So, Celine, are you watching your movie or are you reading? I gotta know so I can hold you accountable. And I will just sit in silence really awkwardly on full screen. No, I won't. I will just keep babbling. Babble. I promise I'm okay. Oh my goodness. There we go. Before the coffee gets cold. But Oh, what could it be? What could be tempting Celine away? Gonna watch Studio Ghibli on my list. Why not? As you said, you can just read more in February. Like, who needs to read now? Not us. Obsidio. I have that on my TBR in my cupboard. Sorry, you're on a little unit and it's like shaking every time I move. It's like a little earthquake. Yeah, Obsidio's in my cupboard. So I will get to it when I get in my cupboard. Which I don't know how many people know the situation. I live with my gran. But she is going to be going to sheltered housing when one becomes available. And then I will get this house and I will get to live on my own. I am 26. I'll be 27 this year. And I've never lived on my own and I am so ready for it. So yeah, once Gran's moved out and then I've got the house sorted and I've moved my rats into the rat room, I will have all of my books out. I have it in my head that I'm suddenly going to be reading like 20 books a day because I seem to think that once I've got the house and all my books are out of the cupboard that I'm just going to read all of them at once, even though there's about 400 of them. But yeah, when that happens, I will read Obsidio. Very good. The Winners and a Little Life. Oh goodness, I want to read it because I'm intrigued, but I don't know if it would put me in a slump or like. I have been reading The Brides of Marokur by Gregory Maguire. It's a spin-off from the Wicked books. I started that in January last year, 2022, and I haven't finished it because it's just one of those books that it's dense and it's like I don't know how to explain it. It's that sort of fantasy where nothing's explained and you're just kind of there and you've just kind of got to go with it. And it just kind of makes you feel a bit stupid. And I've just never picked it up since I put it down when I stopped reading last year. And I think A Little Life would be a book like that where I've just got to really take my time with it. And I can't have two books like that on the go at once. I need to finish Brides of Marokur and then I might pick it up. Because I also want to reread Les Mis, but I just got one of the audiobooks of it. I got it's like a whole cast audiobook that John Owen Jones, who played Valjean in Les Mis on like the musical, he's one of the narrators. So I have the audiobook of that. So that's 65 hours, but maybe I could read A Little Life while that goes on. I don't know. I'll find out what you think of it first because the full-on breakdown plus weeks of depression, that maybe I should read it. Maybe if I have that like emotional release from the book, maybe that'll clear my mind. I don't know. First in the Beartown series, need to reread them to remember. They're so good. Love all of his books. Need to read more of them. Oh, isn't that the way? We always just need to read more of all the books. Okay. Right. I am determined to actually have sprints where we actually sprint and we don't just talk for 3 hours, then do one sprint, then talk, and then maybe do one sprint and then go, okay, we're done now. We're gonna sprint. So I'm gonna set myself a goal. I'm on page 254. I want to get to page 300. That's doable. Page 300 is doable. And then I only have 68 pages if I make it to 300. So the goal is to finish this in 2 sprints, which I think is doable if I forget this exists. Hard how they translate good, all of them, but from what I've heard from different booktubers, it's good in English too. That translations, I admire anyone who can like properly translate, because to get all the nuance and like just, you know, it's very easy to literally translate things, but to actually get the sort of meanings, it's impressive. And there's definitely translated books that do not do that and they suck. So love that. Anyway, oh, I just opened a tab and I started talking. No, I do not want to watch my own stream. We don't want to do that. Right. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna get to page 300, and if I don't, you can all yell at me. That's probably the only thing you can do is type in all caps and tell me off. And Celine's gonna watch a movie, and Frida, you're gonna read Holopox, or maybe you're gonna listen to Red, White, and Royal Blue, or you're gonna do something completely different. You're just here for the fun. I don't know, but I'm gonna read 300 pages, and we're gonna do it once I find out where the tab is, and I can press play because I can't find anything anymore. Where am I? I'm actually lost. It's fine. There we go.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
That little lizard at the end, amazing. Well, I made it to page 299, but in my defense, 299 is the start of a chapter, and it's one of the longer chapters. It's like 7 pages instead of like 3 or 4, so I had 3 minutes left, so I just ended it there. But I made it to reach 300, so I have like 58, 60-ish, I don't know, something like that. Probably won't finish it in the next sprint. I'll be like just about finished, so I'll probably like finish the sprint and be like 2 pages, go read. But anyway, Ema, yes, I'm here. Hello. Oh, hello. And everyone's excited for Ali. We're also excited for Georgia, of course. I could sound a bit more enthusiastic, couldn't I? But yeah, all of the excitement for Ali and probably Clara, because Clara's always with Ali. How did everyone do? So, Sheilene, sorry, but Ali's here, so I have to use the name. Celine's been watching a movie because who likes reading? Not us. 26 pages of Hollowpox. I was gonna try and do that face, but I'm just gonna stop. Halfway my pizza bagels. Nice. We're now just laughing about it all. I love that. Why do people insist on messaging after sprints? Like, I could have messaged you 3 minutes ago when I was just waiting on the timer. But no, you message me now. Anyway, watching only yesterday, Studio Ghibli. I don't know why I'm so thirsty today. But can't drink and talk at the same time. It's great. I think Ali's disappeared because she's not excited about she's not reciprocating the excitement, but she has 3 children, so she's probably being called upon. Trying to post on Instagram, but it's taking forever. Well, that's just rude. That is very rude. Oh, sorry, I'm distracting myself as usual. The Jonas Brothers keep posting, and I'm living for it. I'm very excited that they announced an album. I'm not pleased that I have to wait until May, but I digress. Read 1 chapter of The Blade itself, then TikToked. I have been doing very well at removing myself, like not removing myself from TikTok, but just like not opening TikTok. Or like I'll open it and I'll look at the TikToks my friends have sent me and then I close it. Although I have replaced my TikTok time with Among Us. So it's a struggle. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about that game, because that game rails me up. People annoy me on that game. So I don't know why I play it so much, because I just end up getting pissed off at people. But at least I don't even know. I was gonna be like, at least I'm not, but I was like, listen, I just open my mouth and words come out. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah. I don't know. I'm struggling now. It's been 1 sprint and I am struggling to think of things to say. This is the one thing with solo sprints, is filling the air. It really makes me appreciate radio hosts, although they kind of probably maybe not script their show, but they at least have like actual things they're probably gonna say or talk about. I'm just here, just waiting on the comments popping up. Try to learn. I put screen time on, and then it comes up like screen time, like like you're out of time, and I'm just like extend, and it's like for 1 minute, 50 minutes, for the rest for today, and I'm just like, for today, just let me continue, and then I never do it. But I am now intrigued because I do feel like I've been using my phone less. I am down 12% from last week. Oh, 9%, never mind. It just jumped. Yeah, apparently I'm on my phone for about 10 hours and 45 minutes a day. That said, I do think a lot of it is like if I've got an audiobook on and I'm like doing other stuff like my art, which to be fair, I'm still on my fucking iPad. So still screen time. I wonder if is this oh no, see this is the thing. I'm on for 10 hours 45 minutes, but it's over all devices. So it's not just my phone that I'm on, it's like my laptop and my iPad. So if I'm, you know, drawing something for my art or doing graphic stuff, and like I'll just sit and my laptop will just be on. That's probably not very good for the environment. I should change that. But yeah, so 10 hours 45 minutes over my 3 devices. That's a bit better because if it was just my phone, like all I do on my phone is message people, play Among Us, social media. So that would have been very unhealthy. But if it's 10 hours of art and this, then I feel less guilty about it. But yeah. But also exactly, you just put the switch on. After Wednesday last week, I can imagine. Oh, I swear, I'm concerned about your body at this point, Georgia. It just does not seem to want to do the netball. It's like it's like you go to do netball and it's like I'm just gonna damage myself so we can't do that. So I hate that for you actually. I was gonna say I love that for you. I really don't. I really don't. Um but yeah, it's funny how like we always say like, oh, if I had to be stuck in bed for a week, like I would read so much. No, you wouldn't. My TV is right in front of me. My Switch is connected to it. My lap, like I'm not gonna pick books. I don't know why, but I'm just not gonna pick books. It's that one knee. That one knee does not want to play netball. So you're gonna have to get a replacement, some sort of metal replacement that's more accepting. Why am I talking about knees like they're actually like anthropomorphic or something? Because I don't know. Oh, speaking of dodgy body parts, my back is killing me. I think when the next sprint, I'm saying when the next sprint starts, like I will decide when it starts, but in the next sprint, I'm gonna find there it is. I'm gonna go downstairs and do a heat pad. Well, it's not a heat pad, it's a heat thing. I'm gonna heat that up because my back hurts. All I want is a bath. All I want is a bath. But we got a wet room put in like April. And I've had a bath since, I mean, I've had a shower because obviously it's a wet room, but I've had a bath since we got the wet room when I was in London in November and it was fucking glorious. I had a bath every single night. It was like 3 nights, but every fucking night I was like, having a bath. I'm having a bath. All I want is a bath and I can't because we've got a wet room. My mum has a bath, but I have 2 issues with this. One, my mum lives like 20 minutes away. And frankly, when I have a bath, I want to have it, get my pajamas on and go into bed. I don't want to go outside. I don't like I could take my pajamas and get dressed, but I still have to go outside into the car to get home. So like that's not happening. Second issue, my mum bought a bath for children. Like, I'm sorry, this bath is tiny. Like, you see where my shoulders are? The bath goes to like here. It's so narrow. And I mean, I am a plus size girl, but it's not built for anyone of average build and up. And I got stuck in it because I tried. Like, I went in my clothes to see if I could get in this bath because I was like, that's too small, Ange. And she was like, no, it's not. And I was like, I'm telling you, this bath's too small. And I couldn't get myself out of it because I was wedged in. And then my stepdad tried separately. And between the two of us being as heavy as we are, the bath, when they put the bath in, they obviously sealed it. But the weight of us pushed the bath down, so they had to reseal it. So love that. Fun fact for you. Annoyingly, I won't be able to get a bath because the council, like it's a council house we're in, and they obviously just put the wet room in for my gran. And when my gran goes to her new house, the council's not going to put a fucking bath back in for me. I mean, I'm sure if I asked them if I could like pay for it, they would probably say okay, but I don't have that sort of money. So I'm tempted by those folding baths that you can get on Amazon, but I just feel like that would be a dangerous move for me. And if mum's bath's too small, I'm sure these probably aren't very good, but I'm just gonna have to book a hotel. I'm just gonna have to go somewhere and stay in a hotel to have a bath. Anyway, I'm digressing. But literally nothing beats a bath. I In fairness, the shower in the wet room is better for me because climbing into a bath does not work for my joints. And also like baths are just too hot and I can't regulate the temperature, so it really is only like I'm a shower gal, but like every so often I like to have a bath. It just sucks that I no longer have the option when I'm in pain. But first world problems, at least I have running water. Cup of tea. I'm also going to make a cup of tea. This is the thing though, because I live with my gran, I'm going to go downstairs, I'm going to heat this up, and I'm going to put the kettle on, and she's going to go, can you make me a cup of coffee? Which, I mean, I'm making a cuppa anyway, but you know, when you're like in the mindset of I'm doing this for me, and like I want to get to reading, like I've got to read like 50 odd pages, 60 pages in 45 minutes, and I read a page a minute. But I suppose the longer I take to do something, then the less close to the end I am. So it's less like, can we hurry up and sprint? Like, at least I can be like, oh, I've got 20 pages left, and then I can do a third sprint. I don't even know what I'm. I've already looked at that. Listen, my brain is just about functioning today. I'm getting tired. Sprinting's good for like draining the battery. So maybe I will get to sleep early today. And by early I mean like 1 a.m. On that note, I'm gonna give it 2 minutes. I don't know why. Why is this something that we all do where we're like, oh, I can't sprint now because then we'll finish at a dodgy time. When we all know that I'm gonna wait until 40, 22. That feels weird saying 40. And then by the time I actually put the sprint up, it's gonna end up being quarter past. And it won't even be quarter past, it'll be like 44. Anyway. This is true. And also, I feel like with a lot of books, especially with like mystery books, you get all the big reveal, and then the end's just this boring waffle that you don't actually care about. So it's just like, yep, cool, wrap it up, whatever, bye. So we'll see. Also, just while we're talking about it, because Celine was intrigued as to what I'm going to think of it, I don't hate it. I'm not mad about it so far. I mean, there's still time. There's still time for it to do something that pisses me off. But I can see this getting 4 stars. I feel like I'm jinxing myself. But I don't know. I feel like I just very rarely get heavily invested in books enough to be like, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I see when people talk about things like, oh, I really didn't like this. And I'm just like, I just don't care. I don't care enough about a book to like for things to annoy me. If I'm annoyed at a book, it's obviously doing something right. Like, I think when I give a lot of books 3 stars, and I think that's like the worst rating because it's just not made me feel anything. Sorry, the girls are having a fight. Yeah, like I feel like there are books that I've given like 1 star to and DNF'd. There's one book in particular I'm actually thinking of about that. Where I've rated it like really low and didn't finish it, and I was so angry at it. But I'm like, that book's obviously done something right if it's got into my soul like that. Especially because the book I'm thinking of, I know had plenty of 5-star reviews. It was just this little thing that pissed me off. Whereas with the Final Gambit and the Inheritance Games like series as a whole, I'm not a fan of like the actual characters themselves, and like I hate the way that like they call Avery heiress, like it's supposed to be some sort of like fun, quirky, cute nickname, and I'm just like, that gives me the absolute ick. But I don't know, like I think I'm just more into that one for like the mystery parts of it and the whole like figuring the puzzles out, so that the rest just doesn't bother me. So in books like that, when people are like, oh, I had to give it 3 stars because I hated where the romance went, I'm just like, yeah, but I wasn't interested in that anyway, so I've given up. But yeah, so I'm enjoying it. I'm keen to see what's going on. As I say, like there's bits of it that I'm just like, ugh, like I feel like it can be quite predictable, and it's just a bit, I don't know. I don't know how to explain myself, but yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just a weird reader. Like I couldn't tell you if I'm character based or plot based because I will read a book and be like, didn't care for the characters, therefore I hated the book. And then there's times where I'm like, love the characters, like, and that's the only reason I want to read it. Like, what am I trying to say? There's times where I'll read a book and I'm not bothered about the characters. I love it because of the plot. And then other times I'm not bothered about the plot. I just want to know about the characters. I don't understand my reading tastes. I really don't. I'm a terrible person to try and probably like recommend books to, which saying that, Hannah does a fucking brilliant job of it. Because as I say, like sometimes I'm plot based, sometimes I'm character based. Some book, like it just, there's no rhyme or reason. But yeah, I so far 50 odd pages to the end. Final Gambit's a good solid 4-star right now. I think it's a really fun sorry, I read George's comment and got distracted. I think it's a fun series. I don't actually know what it is about it that other people haven't liked because I know the first one has got a lot of praise, but a lot of people don't like the second and third, and I think a lot of people felt like it didn't need to be a series, which I think is true of most series, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, for me, I just enjoy the puzzles, and if I don't know what was I saying. I don't know what's going on today. Um, there is like romance in it, and I don't care about that, and I don't care about the heiress nickname and all of this. Also in this third book, there's a lot of like side characters. And I'm forgetting like who's who, and then people will say a name, and I'm like, is this supposed to mean something to me? I'm just enjoying the ride. I'm just that's where I'm at with it. Oh, I honestly, part of me really hopes that I come back and I'm like, this fucking book is out so bad. Why did it do that? Because I quite like when books do that, like when you're sitting really enjoying it and then something just gets at you. Um, I think it would struggle to do anything to make me go, oh my god, 5 stars. I know there is a fourth book coming out, but I think it's like a prequel or a spin-off. So they're not going to do anything big and cliffhangery, I don't think. So yeah, it's either going to be a 4-star or it's going to do something utterly irritating, and it's going to end up being like a 2 or a 3. 11 characters are well fleshed out. Yeah. Sorry, the rats are still fighting. I think with characters, it's just I don't know. I really don't know what it is. Sometimes I can read a book, like I can read a romance and I can sit and I can love it just because I enjoy the characters. But then I could read another book that's got characters that are similar and I'll be like, didn't care about the characters, I wanted a plot. It doesn't make sense. I don't know. And I don't know if it is just if it's a mood thing. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I feel like I don't get emotionally invested in books a lot. Like I'm intrigued to see what happens in the final gambit, but I'm not sat being like, oh my gosh, like what's gonna happen? So I love it when a book gets me. Like if it's something sad, if a book makes me cry, it's like instant 5 stars. But yeah, anything like that's what I was saying, like books that I've hated, if I get so irate at a book, like even if I hate it and give it 1 star, it's like I still appreciate it for making me feel something. Right. What did I say? I would say I would go at 20 past and then I would fucking run behind, but it is actually quarter two. It's not. Did I say 20 past? I don't fucking know what I said. But anyway, it's quarter two, so we're going. We're going. We're gonna see that little robot, not a robot, lizard. I'm gonna have a cup of tea or something because I am I'm having a time right now. What is this? That is my own. That's my own. What's no? That's not my sprints. Oh my god, I read sprints and decided that it was me. I'm all right. I'm totally going well. We're just gonna watch that ad while I look at Celine's comment. Cool, spin-off. The way the third book's end. Oh, okay, so maybe there is a cliffhanger. I will find out, hopefully in the next sprint, but probably not because I'm gonna go and heat this up and I might make a coffee because I don't know what's going on with me today. I'm having a time. Also, I think this advert just gave away my location, but it's cool. What am I doing? Where am I? Mute myself. Hello. Sorry that I just randomly unmuted the timer earlier. I had finally got back upstairs with my coffee and my heat pad, which has moved to my neck from my back because I'm sitting up. And I was like, it's very quiet. So I popped it back on. I only read about 18, 19 pages. Don't make me do maths. 18, 20, 30, 40. I've got about 40 pages. Bang on 40 pages, actually. About 40. Bang on, I think. I don't fucking know. I don't do maths. I have 40 pages left, which means I can do it in the next sprint. So I love that for me. I might make the last sprint, the next sprint, the last sprint. I don't know. I'm having a coffee right now, so I might wake up and decide to. I've lost my Kindle. That's gonna be. There we go. It's underneath me. I might finish the final gambit and then do a sprint or two late into the night. Reading my Kindle book. I completely lost my brain there. But I don't know. Don't know. Never know. So love that. That was about the final gambit. I didn't because I made coffee. Well, wait. Why not? You already said that you weren't probably going to read today. You'll just read next month. So you're just going to have to host your own sprints in February and just read a fuck ton at the start of the month. And then you'll be fine. I don't know what I want to start with tomorrow. I don't know. I feel like I want to read everything, and then when I put it on my TBR, I'm suddenly like, no, I want to read this other book. Actually, do you know what my problem is? I'm really excited for a couple of the books on my teen TBR, and it's bothering me that I have to get through my kids' stuff first. But it's fine. I will make it work. Go on Hannah sprints instead. Yeah. I'm holding Hannah accountable to the whole gonna sprint loads because got the house to herself or whatever it was she said on Discord. Because like I feel I feel like Hannah's sprints I'm always really productive in. I don't know why. Maybe it's because Hannah's one of the few of us that actually consistently like sprints during sprints instead of just talks. No, I don't have titles on both. It's just that I want to read the books that are on my teens TBR instead of my kids TBR. I don't know what I said, but I don't have books that count for two because I don't think we're allowed to do that. That would just be too easy, wouldn't it? Or do you just mean generally what books am I reading? Because maybe that's what you mean. But yeah. I'm just laughing at myself, sat here with my cup of coffee and like my little heat pad, like just in silence while I slurp away. Ah, right. Yeah. Well, I just posted my Feb TBR today, which tells you all of my kids' titles. But I will tell you anyway because I can. Once I get it up, my spreadsheet up. Okay, what am I reading? So I have Onyeka and the Academy of the Sun, Writing Retreat by Julia Bartz, the thriller. I'm going to reread A Kind of Spark by Elle McNichol because it fits prompts, and I just want to reread A Kind of Spark. I want to reread it before the TV show comes out in like April. I'm also gonna read Like a Curse by Elle McNichol because the book comes out on Thursday and I'm going to the book launch and I'll get my signed copies, so I want to read that. I have Five Survive by Holly Jackson, and I need to finish this Miriam Margolyes book, but this isn't really on the TBR. This is just going to get me skill points, so this is just kind of a finish it and read it whenever. This is getting cold very quickly. I'm not liking that. My teens TBR is You've Reached Sam, The Great Dream Robbery, Final Girl Support Group, which I've heard mixed things on, so I might DNF it, which means I need to find another Final Girls book, but I don't know if I have any, so I need to look into Final Girls books. The Gift, which is book one of the Pelennor series that Abby's like entire existence is based around. The Last, which I'm very intrigued by. I think I picked it up in a secondhand shop or a charity shop just at random, and I was looking for a dystopian for the energy prompt, and this happens to be dystopian-esque apparently, and it sounds really intriguing. And by really intriguing, I mean all I can remember is some sort of dystopia set in a remote Swiss hotel, and I think there's a murder. I don't know. And also The Marvelers. And then for my final need, I have Shanghai Immortal, but that's only if I get approved on NetGalley. If I don't get approved, then I need to find another Asian mythology book or a dark academia or a modernist fantasy, I think. Because I don't think I have. Do I have a modernist fantasy on my TBR? No. Yes. No. Hold on. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Wait, no, I'm confusing myself now. Oh, no, wait. Asian mythology, yes. I don't know. If I don't get that book, then I need to pick something else, I guess. I don't know. Oh, I know, I think I got declined. I just decided to go and check. Yeah, I got declined for Shanghai Immortal, so now I need to so I've got social comfort, environment, hunger, an energy. So I need another need. So I need either bladder, which is dark academia, fun, which is modernist fantasy, or Haiji, which is Asian mythology. So yeah, I'm gonna have to find something to fit one of those. And then I think that's me got everything. No, I have 4 creative skills. So I'll need to make sure that I'm hitting other skills. And I don't have enough wants. I've only got 3 wants. So I also need to find other wants. And I think what's really hard is like a lot of the wants are not things that I have. So like first love, kissing. I don't want to read any books like that. But the thing is, there are, if I can quickly count, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, there are 15 wants. And I need to read 8 of them. So there's 7 wants that like I don't need to read. But you know, it's I don't know, like a multiple POV. Like I'm not going to look through every one of my books just to find a multi POV. I'm just going to hope that one of the books I've already picked is multi POV. But like I don't think I have any books with food on the cover like available. I think they're all in my wardrobe, my cupboard. So it's just like it's a struggle for me to like try and find 8 separate wants. Like I could probably very easily find like 2 or 3 ghost books. And like newest purchase, I've got more than, well, I bought like 4 books the other day, so they would be my 4 newest. But I could easily just go out to a charity shop and buy 8 books and be like, there you go, I'm gonna read those 8, and that's 8 new books. But it doesn't count; they got to be separate. So that's gonna be a fun when I'm just gonna have to like start picking books to fit the wants just to be able to age up. But it's fine. We'll figure it out. We will get there. But oh yeah. Sorry, I'm just gonna try and finish this, so don't mind the silence while I drink my coffee. I put far too much liquid in my mouth at once. This is also getting very cold. Found my boyfriend and cat read sprinting in the bathroom during the sprint. I love that. I love that the cat is included in that because, of course, like you've told us. I mean, I don't know if that is the boyfriend or the cat that's reading the toll, but if you could let us know what the other one's reading, unless they're reading the same thing. Abby was so excited. Hold on, I'm going to down this last bit before it actually gets frozen. I don't know why I'm holding it like that. Anyway, I found the second book. So there's this like second-hand store. It's like this little charity in my area, all about kind of like recycling and reusing and everything. And they have this shop, which is it's essentially like, well, it's a second-hand shop. And they decided before Christmas to make their bookshop pay what you want, which lethal. I feel really bad. Like my mum goes and she gets 10 books and she's like, "Can I give you £2?" And I'm like, I'll give you £1 each. Like, I don't know, is that okay? Like I always feel really bad. But it's great. You find so many amazing things in there. For example, I got this guy. He was also pay what you want. And I got 4 books and like a mug. And I got a little ceramic duck. The ceramic duck was priced at £2. The other stuff was pay what you want. And I had £3.80 in cash on me. And they said that was fine. So I got a fucking giant Tsum Tsum Toy Story Alien for about 30 pence. So I love it. And if anyone isn't aware, I really like Toy Story Aliens. So, but yeah, so at this pay what you want bookshop, well, in the shop, browsing the book section, I was just going along the sci-fi fantasy and I was like, Pelennor. And it was in such good condition. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to buy it. I don't even fucking know where it is, to be honest with you. It must be on my chair. It is on my chair. Is it on my chair? It is on my chair. It's here. There's also some other books. What have I forgot about? So, I mean, look at it. It's like, I mean, you can barely see, but the spine isn't even cracked. It will be cracked when I read it. And I just, what's really frustrating with this shop is obviously they'll get a like they'll get bags and bags of stuff from people, and they'll put like one bag of stuff out and then the other stuff doesn't go out. So this book must have been in one bag and the first book was in the other bag. So we went the week later. So this weekend, was it this weekend? Last weekend? I don't even know when we went. We went and I found the first book. And I actually found 2 copies of the first book, but the first one that I found was the same cover. Definitely been read. It's a lot more loved than this one is. But yeah, so now I need to go this weekend to see if the third one's there. I think there's 4 or 5 in the series. But yeah, like it's really frustrating because you'll find something you like. I found a bookend. I got this really cute. I don't actually have it on me. I don't know where I put that. But I have a photo of it, so I will get the photo. Because I've suddenly become obsessed with ducks, and they had this bookend, and so I had to buy it. And now it's like I need to go in to find out if they put the other one out, because they've got a lot of duck things at the minute. Someone has obviously died, or maybe not. Maybe they've just, lost the obsession. But somebody obviously really liked ducks, and they had a lot of ceramic ducks and little wooden ducks. I've actually got a little wooden duck, but I'm not going to reach over to get it. But I got this little ceramic duck that, like, I don't know how to explain it. It, like, when you put it on a shelf, it's got like its head like leaning down, and I thought it was really cute, so I bought it a couple weeks ago. And then when I was in just recently, they had another one, a little small one, which was the same price as the big one, but now I have these matching but different sized little duck ornaments. I don't know where the duck obsessions come from. I used to be obsessed with foxes, owls as a kid, and then it moved on to foxes, which this is actually from a book. But now I love ducks. So fun fact. I love that. I was gonna say we should buddy read it. You have enough buddy reads. Have you read it? It's on my TV. I'm not excited when I first got it. Do you mean Scythe or the Marvel? Oh, do you know something? I was sitting going, I should know what that book is, and I do know what that book is. It's from Scythe. I remember at BookCon, I think when The Toll was coming out, it was 2019, and they had these Scythe people walking around, and you had to go up and ask, like, excuse me, do you have something for me? They were fucking terrifying, because I went up and asked, and they just turned around and was like, no, I do not. Like, this really creepy voice, like, right in my face, and I was just like, okay, I'm going to leave you now. I'm really intrigued by the fact that, like, your first thing to say was it's very special and fast-paced. Like, that's intriguing to me. And now I want to read it. The boy doing the cat's sleeping. Enjoy it. Hope you enjoy it. Yes, cute. Addicting. Yes, I cannot begin to tell you my problem. I can find a book. Does not matter where. Well, sometimes there's literally nothing, but I am blessed and cursed with really good charity shops around me. They used to be like 3 books for £1 and 4 books for £1. Now it's like £2 a book because, the cost of living's gone up. But I can always find something. And there must be a book reviewer somewhere near me, because I find YA arcs, and like I used to find special, like, I Will Create editions and Fairy Loot editions. Like, I remember getting a book and it had the embossed Fairy Loot thing on the page. But yeah, I find arcs all the time. I mean, older arcs. But to be fair, that could just be booksellers. But yeah, like, there's always a really good selection of books in charity shops. It is quite funny because, like, you'll go around charity shops in like one area, because basically, like, where I am, different towns, like, they'll have a high street and it's just one street with shops lining either side, and it's just like charity shop, charity shop, charity shop, and you'll go in like 4 or 5 of them, and every single one will have at least one copy of the same book, if not 2 or 3. And it's like, oh, that's what the book club was reading last month. But yeah, I can justify anything. Like, I don't need a reason to buy a book. I can justify it. And I love seeing what's in charity shops, because you find either the most really popular stuff or just really obscure stuff. And it's just, and then they're so cheap, and then that's how I end up with so many I have, if you want to scroll back on my channel, back in like 2017, 2018, I've got some videos where I was hauling like 70 books a month. Like it was a problem. It was a whole thing. Um, but I was just buying in charity shops. I was going to a charity shop like every weekend and I was buying like 10, 15 books. And it just got so out of hand. Like I've honestly I ended up that year doing like a 200 book unhaul, and it's one of my most viewed videos, and it's like this is only so many books. Like because as I say, like at this time, it was like 4 books for £1. So, it wasn't even as if I had like £200 worth of books that I was unhauling. It was like I mean, it was still obscene, but I'm trying to justify it and be like, it's not like I had a shitload of money, but literally, I think back to that. Like, I used to count up and be like, I have 65 books today. This is a problem. And it was just back then, BookTube was, I mean, it still is, but for me, it was very easy to get caught up in the I need all of these books everyone's talking about, and I need to have a lot of books, and I need to read all of these books. I have like 2 or 3 videos talking about BookTube consumerism and how it's too much and how we need to like not. And I just never stopped. And then last year I just disappeared off the face of the earth because I was like, I can't deal with it. And now I'm here like, who cares? And I'm still buying a bunch of books secondhand. I am better than I was though. Like I only got these 4 and my Alien. And in fairness, this is a sequel to a book I hadn't read or owned. But like this, I actually think I already have a copy. I just didn't realize. This, I want to try to just see if I can like Holly Black. But if I don't like it, it will go into the Twice Red Tales boxes. And if Hannah's here, don't. I'll steal the business back. Don't worry. And then I got this one, which is tiny and it's Barrington Stoke. So like, it's not like I bought like 25 books. So yes, I am justifying it to myself. But yeah, getting books in English would be really hard, and all your Yo Nesbo type stuff. I mean, it could be worse. It could be worse. You just have to come over here. You have to come to see me, and I will take you to my little pay as you want bookshop. It's brilliant. I mean, to be fair, if someone was to say to me, like, oh, you've got this on your TBR, or oh, you've just hauled this book, and so do I, let's buddy read it, like, I will just say yes. What I need to do is I need to. I was going to say I need to give people my like Kindle NetGalley book spreadsheet, but I'm only giving that to people I trust because it's disgusting how many books I have on there to read. But anyway, I should do that. As like I should give people a list of the books that are on my Kindle and just be like, pick something for us to buddy read, or even just pick something for me to read. Because at this point, I ain't picking any of these books off my own accord, and I need to get through them. Never heard of a book where there's actual Grim Reapers doing the slaying of people because the world is a utopia. Okay, I am intrigued by it. Not a book. Well, come to Scotland. We have pay-as-you-want bookshops, so that's the only selling point I've got for you right now. Nothing else. Just that I in my particular area of Scotland can take you somewhere where you could pick up 50 books and offer them £5 and they would probably say okay. Like the thing is, they always have like different stuff. There is like, don't get me wrong, I go in and I'm like, oh, that book was here last month. Actually, I go in and I'm like, oh, that book was mine. I donated that to you, lol. I'm pretty sure I've actually bought some of my books back because I unhauled them last year in a moment of despair. And now I'm like, no, actually, I do want to read it, so I just buy it back. But it's for charity, it's fine. But yeah, that's my selling point of my area of Scotland. My area of Scotland is lovely. Like, I mean, it's not anything compared to the Highlands, but you know, if you want to come to like the lower central belt of Scotland, my county is the county. It's very pretty. But the bookshop is the selling point. Oh my goodness, it's nearly 10 p.m. Oh, and I've still got my forest. I forgot that I got this app like 3 years ago now, 2.5 years ago, that little forest app for focusing. And I never have it on deep focus mode so that I don't use my phone, but I am obsessed with growing my little forest. And like, So like today I've just got like all my little sunflowers for reading and that little mushrooms for booktube. It's very it entertains me for no other reason. Good choice. I say that I'm not in Edinburgh. It's my nearest city, and I'm like a commuter. I'm on the outskirts. Do you know what I mean? It's like I'm not in Edinburgh. I'm not even in the same county, but the majority of people who work in Edinburgh, well, not the majority, but a good chunk of people that work in Edinburgh will live where I am because it's a commuter place. But yeah, I really like my little area, but I also want to move away. Although, I mean, I want to move away for one reason and one reason only. People who know me and my special interest know what that is, but that sounds really, really not sketchy. What's the word? Like mysterious. It's really not that exciting for anyone but me. Anyway, I was gonna say I'm gonna give it a minute, but it's now just turned 5:02. I need to muster up the strength to finish this book that I could not find and it was sat in front of me. I just don't know where it's gonna go. And I'm worried that I am gonna turn around and go, boring. Cause like they just did one bit for Celine's benefit, the whole will and like where he is, that makes sense. Basically they're trying to find a person. And this whole book's about riddles, and then in the end it's just like, oh, he's not where the riddle says he's going to be, and then someone's just like, I know where he is, and then just like takes them, and I'm just like, that's really boring. Like, why not just make it a puzzle? I did think you would probably be crashing soon. It's late for you. This is a time that I start to wake up and get productive, and it's not a normal body clock. But anyway, get some sleep because you've got a lot of reading to do next month. Tomorrow. How's it February tomorrow? Oh, nice. I really want to go to like Sweden, Norway, Finland, Denmark. I just want to go to all the places, but I have not really been. I've been to France, I've been to Spain, I've been to Malta and Gozo for the day. I've been to the Netherlands, and I took a day trip into Germany and also into Belgium. I've been a few places, and I've been to America, I've been to New York, but I've never been anywhere exciting. I mean, they are exciting, but I don't know. I just want to go to all the places. Yeah, I think I can kind of agree with that. I think the ending's going to be really lazy. So neither do I. I can see me just not reading tomorrow. I'll be like, nope, done enough. And I do have like art stuff to do. I was really in the mood doing my art stuff today. I was designing some cards, but it's like one design, but I have different variations of it. And because of how do I explain it? Basically, it's for an event, but the event involves local schools, and there's 5 schools. So each card, there's like a variation of each card, but there's also a variation for like each school. So it makes up to 20 fucking designs. And it's just exhausting. I've done all the designs, and then I realized that for printing the card, I need to put the design, like I need to have a different canvas that includes the back of the card. So I have to like do the designs again, basically. I mean, I don't have to do them again. I just have to add the design onto a different canvas. It's a whole thing. So I've done 2 out of the 20 because I'm tired, but I don't need to do them right now. Like I've got more than enough time. But yeah, I was just procrastinating from reading. So I might do that tomorrow, or I might read. If I manage to finish Final Gambit and Ophelia after all, I might keep going with Miriam Margolyes just because I like to like try and finish what's on my my current reading. But I think I'll probably well, I'm definitely gonna put A Kind of Spark on, audio, and I'll get that done. And then I think I'll start the writing retreat because that's my only ebook. And if I finish Ophelia after all, then I need a Kindle book for when I'm lying in bed in the dark at night. And then I think I'll probably go with Like a Curse, and then Five Survive, and then Onyeka. Onyeka. I always want to add an extra M into that. And then I don't know. I don't know. We just go with the flow. Right. It's almost 10. I can't believe it's almost 10. We've got 35 seconds. And then I should probably get the timer up and ready. I've got an advert. Love that. And then I will finish this book, and then I think I will call it quits. This will be the last sprint because I don't think I can keep going. And I probably will end up not reading. I'll end up playing Among Us because that's what I do. And then I'll spend 3 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours, 45 minutes reading tonight. I'm totally finishing my Kindle book in February, am I? I'm not starting Child tomorrow. Speak to you later, Celine. I will call you that for the end of time. I hope you're prepared. Okay. It's 10. Unmute that. Full screen that. Put it on there.
Voxy, get unlimited social media.
I'm not done the book, but I'm done sprinting. So there's no one here, so bye. Oh, I need to press end.